Absolutely, the door is closed, and I agree with you, Stephen A. And it's not just because of the Lakers. Just look at the Western Conference and how much better the teams and organizations got. Just look at the Portland Trail Blazers. They got better. One could say that they're better than the Clippers. Look at the Denver Nuggets. They got better. One could say that they're better than the Clippers. And look at Golden State. Although Klay Thompson is out, getting Kelly Oubre, still have Andrew Wiggins, Draymond Green, Steph Curry, Looney, who's an underrated player in my eyes, Pascal, who's on the bench. You look at all these teams, and they got better. To me, they had a significant upgrade more than the Clippers. And when I look at the Clippers, their window of opportunity was last year. Let me not count out the Dallas Mavericks, Max, your team. And when you look at the Clippers, I think the worst thing that happened to the Clippers in the bubble was that although the Dallas Mavericks lost, Luka showed the world that the Clippers was all bark and no bite. The way he went toe for toe for them, taking them to 6 games without his Robin when Porzingis got hurt in the second game, I believe it was, and was out for the rest of the series. Luka made that interesting. And what he did was he showed the world that I could take on these perimeter guys that y'all calling some dogs by myself. So it made other teams gain confidence. And then God knows what Jamal Murray did to him and coming back down 3-1. No one is scared of the Clippers anymore. No one is scared of them. People are looking at the Clippers saying, you know what, y'all softer than some hot Twinkies. And they ready to attack them. So it's not just the Lakers being a clear-cut favorite. It's everyone in the West that then got better this offseason.
Look, if you're talking about this upcoming season, I agree with you. I don't think the Clippers are even the biggest threat to the Lakers in the Western Conference in this upcoming season. But look at Kawhi and Paul George's ages. They should have years ahead of them as elite players, particularly Kawhi, given the level he can play, and Paul George at least in the regular season. And then you have to look at the kind of moves the front office is capable of making. So I brought up Luke Kennard. You're like, oh, so what? They gave up Shamet, who can shoot, but that's it. Kennard's actually a better scorer. He's only 23 years old. And if he can stay healthy, you got him on the cheap. I bring up Lou Williams, who's a sixth man of the year, really perennially. He should be the sixth man of the year every year. You brought up Ibaka. You brought up Morris. If you bring in a guy like an aging veteran who's still effective, at some point in the next several years who can run the point, suddenly you think of this team differently.
Max, all of that talking, all of that synopsis, you just gonna bypass no facial expression, no animation, no nothing to the fact that Kendrick Perkins called the Clippers soft as hot Twinkies. You're just gonna gloss over that. You don't get. There's nothing inside of you that made you pause and say, "Wait a minute, did he just say they soft as hot Twinkies?" Is that what Kendrick Perkins said? Because that's what I heard. You just gonna gloss over that?
Let me tell you something. Everyone knows the Clippers underachieved this past season. That they're not going to play worse than that. But soft as hot Twinkies, yeah, that's what the Western Conference is thinking. It's up to the Clippers to prove them wrong. But they don't just have this year to do it. They have years ahead of them.
I'm just saying, pay attention to it. So, soft as hot Twinkies.
I wasn't going to gloss over that.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.